welcome or welcome back to the Citizen channel. Hope you all stay safe and well. Please pardon the voice, you know what I'm like when we got a sing-song at the old Etihad. The atmosphere was fine today. The first half much better than the second, but I think that's in line with the game, wasn't it really? But yeah, it was okay. We a few songs adapted to the new regulations with the Premier League. A nice boo for the Premier League tune as well. That was pretty good before the game. So there you go, something else for us to boo. Right, let's talk this game. Let's do the talking points, match stats and facts on this one. City 3, Aston Villa 1, of course, 12th of February 2023. Match day 22 with a 4:30 PM kickoff. Please, if you are new to the channel, push that subscribe button, push the bell notifications. Everything City past, present and forever, of course, or as long as I'm here anyway. Hopefully, we'll see. Anyway, so please join me and spread the word. That'd be much appreciated. If you're pushing buttons or if you push that button, I'm trying to get between 15 and 20 likes for these City vlogs. It's not a big target, but you can help me towards it. I mean, we can perhaps go for a bit more in future, but let's start and hitting that first day. But it'd be most appreciated if you can press that little thumbs up. Right, the teams. I got 9. I was quite happy with that. I had Aki playing. Can appreciate perhaps a bit playing free at the back, a little bit more attacking minded at home to Villa, so that's fair enough. And of course, I was happy with Walker, although I did put Lewis in my team. But I did say, I'd be more than happy if Walker plays as well rather than Lewis. So I got 9. I'll take that. There's 4 changes to the Spurs game from Pep. Edison, Walker, Diaz, Laporte, Rodri, De Bruyne, Gundo, Bernardo, Mahrez, Grealish and Haaland. Yeah, very attack-minded team. Be interested to see. Do you think? I think Aki might get a game against Arsenal, but we'll talk about that obviously in the preview show, which will be out in a day or two. Subs: Ortega, Phillips, Aki, Alvarez, Gomez, Akanji, Foden, Palmer and Lewis. Yes, so more or less what we expect. Referee was Robert Jones. He's now ref City 5 times. All City wins, so he's a lucky referee. He's shown 6 yellow cards to City players and has now awarded in those 5 games 3 penalties to City. So yeah, all right. It's not great, but I think we'll take that. We'll take that for future reference. Robert Jones. We'll keep Robert Jones off the naughty step for now. We'll keep him in mind for in our games. On VAR, of course, was Jared Gilley. I don't think he had a few things to check on, but I don't think he did too much wrong. Match report, here we go, the match report. 4 minutes, 1-0, what a start. Obviously a corner they practiced on the training pitch with the sort of horizontal line of, horizontal, or was it vertical? Anyway, a line of the big 3 City, was it Rodri, Laporte and Diaz, was it, lining up, and then they all sort of split to various areas, and obviously Rodri's marker struggled to get past the other Villa player, so Rodri was sort of left unchallenged at the front post from a Mahrez corner and nodded in, and Martinez, although he got a good hand to it, he couldn't keep it out. Of course, it was quite low down, so hey, we'll take it. 1-0 for City, that'll do. 4 minutes in. 11 minutes, yeah, Rodri plays Gundo through, and a good save from Martinez, though in all fairness, I think Haaland had kept behind Gundo at the time, and he really wanted the pass. He should have really passed it for Haaland. It would have been more a tapping, but I've not had a chance to look back to see, just to make sure that Haaland hadn't sort of wandered in front of Gundo, but he wasn't very happy. I wasn't very happy. It was an excellent save, but Gundogan should have passed it for me as long as Haaland wasn't offside. But as I said, I've not checked that. Let me know, guys, if you've had a chance to have a look at it. 30 minutes, we've got the ball in the net. Gundogan again puts it in, but of course in a 50-50 with the keeper, Haaland is adjudged to have fouled him, and that's how it goes when you bump into a keeper, isn't it? Although, I thought it was a fair challenge myself. 20 minutes, superb blast from Grealish, yeah, deflected wide off Chambers. A quick VAR check. Apparently did hit his hand, but obviously there's not much you could do about it. It was blasted that quickly. So in fairness, at the game, I didn't think it would have been a penalty, and presumably it wasn't. 22 minutes under pressure, Haaland lifts the ball over the bar. Yeah, I thought he was just going to place that into the net. I thought he could have done a little bit better with that. I thought it sort of sat up a little bit higher than perhaps he wanted, but I think he ended up putting it high and wide from memory. 29 minutes, Martinez palms away a Grealish attempted top corner curler. 39 minutes, pressure on Villa as the defender sort of heads wide of Martinez. Yeah, he tries to head it wide of Martinez, keep it out of space, but it sort of Haaland latches onto it. I just saw the commentator comment that he thought Haaland was going to have a tap in, but obviously it went a little bit wide, so he wasn't quick enough to get to it. But by the time he picked up, he sort of jinked a bit to his left, bit to his right, and he played one of those great little balls across the 6-yard box that the goalie can't really get to, and the defence is nowhere near. Again, similar to the last Villa game, I suppose. Gundo nips in at the back post to score a goal, so he likes to score a goal against Villa, doesn't he? So that's 2-0. 41 minutes, a booking for Diaz. Yes, I've likened this to this new, it's a PGMOL rule, this one. I've looked it up. It's Rule 6A. In the referee's handbook from the PGMOL, and it's commonly known as the Horlock. Yes, it's when you book a player for walking aggressively towards a referee, because that's what I thought had happened when he got booked. Diaz, I couldn't see any other reason for it. I think it happened to the Wolves player, was it? The Wolves player got sent off for a similar thing yesterday. Got sent off for walking aggressively. Horlock, the Horlock they call it. There you are. That's what we're calling it anyway. 44 minutes. Grealish goes down in the area, penalty right in front of the Villa fans, so they enjoyed it, and I think Grealish did as well. And then there's a bit of a wrestling match once it had been decided that it was definitely a penalty, with the South Stand singing Haaland. Mahrez picks it up, and the South Stand started singing Haaland even louder when Mahrez picked it up. Some little bit disagreement. I think Pep said Haaland wanted Haaland to take the penalty. Obviously, Mahrez has decided he's our penalty taker, so he took it, and it was one of those where I thought if he missed, I wouldn't have been too disappointed. And then obviously, if he had missed, but I was happy it went in the net. But I just say with the crowd was, he didn't take any notice, Mahrez. Of course, he sent Martinez the wrong way, fortunately, and all credit to Haaland. He was the first to run over to congratulate Mahrez, but I think we all wanted Haaland to take it. It was 2-0 towards half time. We know Mahrez. When it comes to a real pressure one, will he do the same? I'm not too sure, but anyway, he put it home. 3-0 at half time. Surely game over. 46 minutes into the second half. I kept some substitutions. Akanji for Diaz, Alvarez for Haaland. Certainly affected, I think, us defensively as well, that one. 48 minutes, a good save. Again, City started on the front foot. Good save low down from Martinez to deny Rodri. 61 minutes, yes, and they're back in it, aren't they? Villa 3-1. With over half an hour to go. Bernardo sort of managed to lose it twice. He had it, he lost it, then he got it back, and then he lost it again in midfield, and it fell through to Watkins. I thought Akanji was going to come over and cover him, and he sort of stuttered a little bit. Edison came off his line, and Watkins just shot it into the net. I don't think either of them tried to stop the shot. I don't know what Akanji and Edison were actually doing. Edison was just totally... He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything to stop it. I just have no idea what he was doing as a goalkeeper. He was either slightly assuming Watkins was putting it to his left. It's more likely it was going to go to his right because of the position of the player and the goal. But I don't know. Edison didn't do anything. And Akanji had come across and he didn't do anything. So we had two players who didn't make any sort of attempt to block it. But 3-1, so not a disaster. We can make it 4, we'd be comfortable again. 67 minutes, Grealish lost it to the back post, and it should have been. I thought that was in the net. Alvarez headed it, but of course it deflected off the defender and went out for a corner. 69 minutes, Grealish went off, Foden came on. Good to see Foden again. 80 minutes, Edison gets the faintest of touches, like a little fingertip to a dipping Coutinho effort. Thankfully, I think if that had gone in, we might have been in a little bit of trouble at the 3-2. 80 minutes. 84 minutes, a great counter-attack from an Edison throw-out. Yeah, and Alvarez ends up setting up Mahrez, who takes it in his stride, yes, and sends it into the second tier, doesn't he, I think. 85 minutes, Aki came on for Mahrez, and I think Mahrez was sent to fag the ball that he just blasted over. 92 minutes, yeah, great, hit the bar. Villa hit the bar, could have been 3-2. A superb swivel, absolutely fantastic, and smashed the ball. Duran, rattled the top of the crossbar. I'm sure Edison had it covered, but yeah, it could have almost been 3-2, but we'll take 3-1. Match stats, shots, City 17-9 on target, Villa just 6 shots, 2 on target. Possessions 68% for City, passes 613 to 298. Pass accuracy, one of our better recently, 90%. That's probably the best for the last half dozen games or so, I think. Villa's was 81. That's very good as well. 81 from Villa. Fouls, 13 by us, 14 by them. 1 yellow for us, 2 for them. 1 offside for us, 4 for them. Corners, 8 and 4. That's a lot of corners. We're not usually getting that many corners these days. XG Philosophy, my thanks to @XG Philosophy. Manchester City, 3.91. So we've underperformed. And Villa, 0.52. So they overperformed. Our overall record now reads against Villa at our gaff, whether it be Hyde Road, Main Road, the Etihad, whatever. We played them 81 times. We've won 50. That's pretty good. Drawn 15 and lost 16. It's probably one of our better performances for a team we played quite a lot of times. That's in the league. That's just league games. 172 goals scored, 94 against. Quick sum up. Yeah, basically a great first half, wasn't it? Great to see Diaz, Laporte and even Walker. I said in the player ratings show, please check that out as well if you get a chance, with Simon Bukowski of the Manchester Evening News. I did say it just looked right. It just looked right with Walker there. I don't know why. It's only probably because we're so used to him. No disrespect to Lewis, he's doing a cracking job, of course he is. But I just felt it just felt right to me, Walker being there, and it certainly. I thought Diaz and Laporte, good. Hopefully Diaz was fine. He was taken off at half time. I assume it was just to rest him. I assume he's not injured or anything. It was just nice to see Diaz there. Everyone's got the critics. Some people saying, "Oh, Diaz isn't that good" and all this sort of garbage, but it was just nice to see. I thought we looked a little bit better at the back. Of course, as always, when you're 3-0 up, we did ease off in the second half. I would have thought we'd had the ability to sort of increase the lead once it went 3-1, but we didn't. But anyway, we did a good job for probably a 50, 55, 60 minutes of that game. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, fortunately or unfortunately, we'll have to do it for 90 minutes plus next time out, won't we, with the trip to Highbury. The Emirates coming up. I've gone back in time, guys. I've gone back in time. Well, it's near enough to Highbury. It's only around the corner. So there you go. Yep. So, good stuff from City. A milestone, yes, that was Pep's 250th game. He's had 184 wins, and the next best to that in 250 games is Klopp with 160 wins, so he's a good 24 wins more, so well done, Pep. Villa, yeah, well, that World Cup winner in goal can't stop himself wasting time, can he? Even when they're losing, he still wastes time. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the logic of it when you're 1-0 down, 2-0 down, you're still wasting time. Almost went 3-2. I mean, in theory, it could have been 3-3 if you think of a couple of chances, but I think 3-2 would have certainly flattered them. Well, they did come close. They're currently 11th. Can I see them finishing much higher than that? They might just squeeze into the top 10, but you've got 6, 7, 8 teams now up there that are vying for European places. I don't think Villa are good enough to do that. So if they won't surprise me, they finish 11th. I don't think though. I think they're pretty well organised. I think Emery's got them sorted, and certainly a lot better than a lot of Villa teams I've seen over recent seasons. And at least today they had a sort of go, although when you go a goal down after 4 minutes, you've got no option, have you? So it's always good to score early. But I would say 10th or 11th could be either. So if you fancy a flutter on top 10 or bottom 10, I wouldn't put you off whichever one's the better price on that. So, yeah, as I said, not the worst Villa we've seen. Please let me know your thoughts, guys. It'd be great to hear from you. Of course, coming soon, and check out my player ratings show if you've not watched that already. And coming soon, of course, will be out on Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday morning, we'll have the preview of the Arsenal game. I'll be down there on Wednesday night. So, saw a couple of guys today who are listening to the channel. So, if you do see me on Wednesday night, come and say hello. It'd be great to see you. And join me for the Arsenal preview on Tuesday. So there you go. Anything else, just let me know. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you thought of the game, and let me know what you think of this lesser known Rule 6A. It'd be great to hear from you and the old Horlock. So yeah, it's interesting. It's raising its ugly head recently. We've not had one for a while. Not had that for a while. Wolves game and this game today. There you go. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Please, until we meet again, that's one thing, don't I? Please stay safe, Blues. Come on, City. Bye for now.